1,000 Letters Under the Stars. Once upon a time, in a quiet seaside town wrapped in the golden hues of sunset, lived a girl named Alara. She was a painter who found her muse in the ever-changing sea and the whispering wind. Her days were filled with colors, her nights with dreams, but none as vivid as the one she always had, a faceless man standing beneath a starlit sky. Holding her hand, across the ocean, in a bustling city of lights and endless noise, lived a man named Aidan, a writer, always searching for the right words, the perfect story. He wrote tales of love he had never felt, of beauty he had never seen. But every night, he dreamt of a girl with paint on her fingers and the smell of salt in her hair. One day, tired of the rush and craving silence, Aidan left the city and found himself in Alara's town. He rented a cottage by the cliffs, unaware that destiny had begun weaving their story. He saw her for the first time at the market. She was laughing, her arms full of sunflowers, her smile brighter than the morning sun. In that instant, he knew. They met again at the shore. She was painting, he was writing. They exchanged a glance, then a word, then 1,000 conversations wrapped in long walks and stolen glances. He told her she was his muse. She laughed and said he was the dream she never believed could be real. Days melted into weeks. He wrote her letters, one for each star in the sky, folded in pages of his journal. She painted him into her canvases, always with the same tenderness in her strokes. One night, beneath a sky scattered with silver, he handed her the last letter. It read, "You are the story I never dared to write, the ending I never thought I'd find. If this is a dream, let me sleep forever." She kissed him then, with the waves clapping in joy behind them. Years passed. The town remained. The sea still sang. In their little home by the cliffs, his books lined the shelves. Her paintings lit the walls. And in the attic, tied with a blue ribbon, were 1,000 letters, each one a piece of their love. Written under the stars. The unexpected meeting. Once upon a time, in a quiet town by the sea, there lived a young woman named Lily. She loved to walk along the beach every morning, watching the waves crash against the shore. One day, as she walked, she noticed a man sitting on a bench, sketching the ocean. His name was Jack, a traveler who had come to this town seeking inspiration for his art. Their eyes met, and there was an instant connection. Lily smiled shyly, and Jack, feeling a spark of curiosity, invited her to sit beside him. They talked for hours, sharing stories of their lives, dreams, and passions. Jack told her about his travels around the world, and Lily spoke about her love for the sea and her simple, peaceful life in the town. Over the next few days, they continued to meet, exploring the town, walking by the beach, and sharing their thoughts. Jack found a kind of peace in Lily's presence, something he hadn't felt in all his travels. Lily, in turn, was drawn to Jack's free spirit, his kindness, and the way he made her laugh. One evening, as the sun set, casting a golden glow over the water, Jack took Lily's hand. "I think I've found my place," he said softly, "and it's right here, with you." Lily looked at him, her heart racing. "I never expected to meet someone like you," she replied, "but I'm so glad I did." From that moment on, they were inseparable. Love had come to them in the most unexpected of places, and it blossomed like the flowers in the fields around their little town. Together, they created a life full of adventure, art, and the simple joy of being in love. And as the years passed, they always returned to the beach where they had first met, where their love story began.